Alright guys, we're back with Pretzel. So remember, Pretzel is the deaf little cattle dog who I'm convinced is somewhat related to Delbert. Anyway, let me tell you what, this little dog is hell on wheels. I've got bite marks on my hand. If you sit in a chair, she bites your feet. So all of you at home that say, it's biting me, I can completely empathize with your situation. So anyway, she's only a puppy though, and I adopted her because Sue Bruce wanted me to do it. So if you're watching, Sue, which I know you're not, thank you. She's hell on wheels. So let me tell you what happened last night. Had her outside for like an hour playing with Blue, the little deaf setter. They're best little friends. So then I bring her back in, and I decided to just let her play in the house for a while. Then it was time to go walk the outside dogs, or maybe the garage dogs or something. So I left, fast forward 15 minutes. I come back in. She's already pooped and peed in the entryway. Yeah, and is eating it. So that's what's been going on. But anyway, her little incision is finally healing, where her little insides were coming to the little outside. So I don't have my sound box on, but I'm just going to start working on conditioning her with the move in my direction. And remember we started her yesterday, so the key at this point is indifference. I want to really obviously make notes of where the dog is, but I don't want to seem to be looking at the dog. And once we get him healing and all that, again, now that's going to be a completely different story. I do want to be looking at the dog. But if you want to get a dog to look at you, you have to not look at it. Sort of like me with the Dave thing. My summer of not bugging Dave isn't going that well. It's getting ready to be the summer of not bugging Sven, too. Not bugging anyone. I'm usually not the bugging type. I keep to myself. I mind my own business. But anyway, you can see she's doing great. Already understanding. This is second time with the collar on. And if you think for 1 minute I'm going to condition a little dog like this with low-level stimulus, you're insane! My son has wandered out there in the pasture. We need to watch out because, not that she could catch the baby deer or anything. Well, I don't even think she would try. She's a gentle soul. But that's what flushed the deer out before, her waddling around out there. Yeah, she's got the scent of something out there. Adding my pager on every turn. I am not trying to say, especially with the deaf one, let me see if I can get it to do it without it. So then the second thing, and again, we're all still in the same family. You know, and this dog has moderate food drive. Again, you're taking the inventory of the behavior. The dog only has moderate food drive. She's not ravenous, which always working to build that up. You know, and remember, you guys, I say this all the time, you've got to train them when they're in drive as to the best of your ability, because later when they're in drive chasing something or doing something, your practical application is going to be very evident. I'm telling you, any other time this dog doesn't lay down. She jumps around like a maniac. Alright, I can try taking my leash off. I know, for you guys at home, I suggest keeping it on, but she's going to see this other dog over here. Son. Good. So I help myself out. Being able to control my son. And that's really how son is showing dominance, by completely ignoring the dog. All right, I'm going to do that again. If you can get another dog to help you, then you know we're all for that. All right, I'm looking for a certain angle, though. Son! Got a running to me that time, so I'm going to back up a little bit. I am going to use the sound box on the little bulldog. What the hell's that?
Helicopter.
Anyway, I want you guys to remember, these are dogs naive to the collar, so... This is this dog's second session. This is how quickly they can understand this pager. You just can't ram it down people's throat that this is better than the stimulus. They come up with every excuse in the book not to use the pager. Somebody sent me a video the other day where the person hit the pager and the dog got startled, and they said, "Oh, well, see, there, you never use the pager." I don't even know where it came from or whatever. I just watched like 2 seconds of it. So we're only doing it when the dog is awake. Any other time, I'm telling you, this little dog would be hell on wheels. It'd be going every which way but loose. You're never combining the stay and the recall. My pager, 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 pager. Son! My training assistant, son! I was holding it down that whole time, though. And the most important thing, what you guys are doing with the pager is causing the correct behavior to occur. You're not punishing unwanted behavior. Son is the assistant trainer. All right, I'm going to start my pager, 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 pager. See what starts to happen? When you're feeling the pager, they start... It's Pavlov's dog. Anyway, this little dog we named Pretzel because neither Crystal nor Lacey is able to get the dog in the cage. This thing makes Gumby look downright unflexible. It's able to, as you're pushing it in, sort of transform into a putty-like form and squeeze back out. Well, they were both getting yelled at yesterday because neither one of them could get in the cage. It kept breaking loose, and I said, you're training it to escape by what you're doing. Ouch! Pager, 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 pager. I don't know. If you guys aren't amazed by this, I can't help you. Bye, you guys.